And I love a good, just like introvert movie day. Like I've done it before,
she
more
does.
often than I like to admit.
She does love a good
I just love
bed rot.
turning on the movies and you just
Bed rot, binge a season.
Yeah, like there's something, I don't know. Is it healthy? Probably not. I don't know.
In moderation, right? Once a decade.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
Just really a heart of gold.
I mean, she's tough, but she has a heart of gold.
I'm a problem solver and I have a heart of gold. Thank you, Jaymes.
See, ladies, a heart of gold.
But I know you have a heart of gold and have done many good deeds.
You've been most helpful.
Yeah, that's me. Heart of gold.
You have a heart of gold.
18 karat.
Hello and welcome to the Hearts of Gold podcast. My name is Erin Lackey and this is my co-host Jaymes Lackey today. And we are going to share a little bit today about our summer and what we have structured for our summer. This is kind of our little summer episode. We have several really hard hitters as far as
Guests. We got guests coming up that are pretty good.
Yeah. And so we want to kind of delay that gratification just a little bit longer. And we did want to share with you some of the things that we're doing this summer and kind of how we've structured that. And so before we get into it, is there anything you want anyone to know, Jaymes, about you?
Oh, no, I don't think so. We've just been going through a lot of just transitioning into summer. We had an eighth grader graduate.
Yep.
And then go to D.C. First time. We've been away from her, but it was her first time away from us and all the way across the United States.
Yep. We have one of the kids' cousins is here visiting, and so that's been really fun.
We have
our youngest went to volleyball camp.
Our oldest maybe got his first outside the home paid job.
Yeah, he did.
Went and did some weed eating in the heat of the day and made some money so he can raise money for himself to go to a concert of his favorite band. So just a little bit of transition.
Yeah, it was definitely that first week of summer was like, whoa, nobody was home. Actually, like for most of the day, we were like, what's happening? So we did have a bit of a transition week with, they were at school and they weren't home, and then we were all supposed to be home, but they were all gone. So
what about you? Anything that you want the people to know about you?
Goodness, about me. Gosh. Summer is the time, we're halfway through the year, so summer is the time where I like to be more intentional about my self-reflection and about my goals that I had at the beginning of the year and how we're already 6 months in. And we say it, but it really feels like this time has gone so fast.
So fast.
We've had a lot of stuff happen. Just in the studio itself, we had to replace this floor due to a leak. And so we've been making that happen. I had an art show that was really fun. We've done a lot of things. We went on a hot air balloon in January. I'm like, man, I could go through all of these.
I've gone to Florida. I've gone to Southern California.
I know.
We traveled. We went to New York and D.C.
Yes.
month or two ago.
It's been very full. I think it's helpful. To look back at your year so far, every so often just check in and be like, what have I done? What am I grateful for?
Right.
Look how far we've come, in the figurative sense.
Look at where we started. Erin does a word of the year. Erin does a word of the year, and she likes to refresh, you have your word of the year that you like to just in June be like, am I doing it? Is it making a meaningful difference in my life?
Yeah, and so what's interesting with this year's word of the year is process. And so, but I also have last year's word of the year, which is consistency. And the way both of these words have shown up in my life, even just in the last month, has been really fascinating.
I love it.
So yeah, process I thought was going to mean, for me, like building my systems and processing my orders here at the studio. And really what it's turned into with that word is the process in which I complete hard things, or the way in which I complete journeys, or it is the journey, which is so cliche, but it's the process. And I want to be the kind of person that doesn't just focus on the outcome, but can enjoy the process.
Oh yeah.
So,
Because you can't control the outcome,
yeah.
but you can control the output.
Oh, that's a sermon. That's a sermon demonstration. Yeah, right there. That's
Right?
good.
Is it right or is it right?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty
good.
good.
Yeah. So, and then consistency, just with showing up day after day after day.
Erin is a starter.
I am definitely a starter. The activator is my top strength. In the strengths side.
Erin's really into the woo of all the personality
these are actual
tests.
Personality tests. The Strengths Finder is like pretty backed up. So is the DISC. Enneagram, that's more woo, but that's okay. We like woo.
The psychological veracity of all of these is in
big
question.
words.
Sorry.
Can you use smaller words
The
for me?
science of these personality tests are not backed up by science, but they are helpful for conversation.
They are.
For
Self-reflection.
for self-reflection, for deeper insights into the self. I use them. I appreciate them.
Yes. So I'm definitely a starter.
I'm definitely in a
And that's the thing. And we don't know.
scientifically 100%. I'm an activator.
Yes, that was my number one. Which is funny because that is in the there's different categories.
I'm a Taurus. I'm a Gryffindor.
So, now listen. Now you're just mocking. These are actual tests
I'm a summer.
and assessments.
I'm an autumn.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways,
I'm an autumn. Gilmore Girls reference. No, just thinking about consistency, because that is my biggest weakness.
Yeah, right.
And that was what I had last year, and I probably was the least consistent I ever was.
Yeah.
With anything. in
Sometimes.
life. I mean, I woke up every day.
Sometimes
which
these
was
words of
helpful.
the year, like a little monkey paw situation, they reveal the weakness.
Monkey paw. What is the monkey paw?
Monkey paw is like a famous storyline in movies and media where wishes
Okay.
kind of have a shadow side or a negative side, and these words of the year sometimes you think are going to help you like progress, but sometimes they just point out the more of the need to think about these things, right?
Well, no, and I think that's why this year I've actually been more consistent
Yeah.
than I was last year. So that's why, I left them both on my wrist. And we make these bracelets at our friend's New Year's Eve party every year. So
I love the tension of consistency is about like, there's something about like firm foundation, and process is inherently about change. And so you're holding this tension. Of like,
I just, all those, I listen, and we're going to get into this as we talk about our summer, but I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to a lot of business and self-help and just inspirational podcasts. James listens to comedians, which talk about, for me,
comedians
when
and
I
scholars.
talk about a waste of time, I'm
comedians and scholars.
Okay, scholars, you can learn something I don't know about. Anyway, so make fun of me all you want. But when I think about, one of the things that comes up often with consistency is everything you want in life is on the other side of consistency. And I'm really, really trying. Well, first I have to be like, well, what do I want?
Yeah.
And how do I create
That changes
the
all the time.
process? Stop. Well, it does. But also, we're always evolving. But that process, what process is it going to take me to get to that consistent level? So anyway, I digress. So
this episode is really about, that was a hello. How's it
hello.
going?
That was our
Welcome.
intro.
You haven't seen us for a second.
Yeah.
But we really want to talk about what's up this summer.
What's up this summer? And so we are, if you don't know, James and I have 3 kids. We have a 16-year-old, a 13-year-old girl, and then a 10-year-old boy. Our oldest is a boy too. So,
and we sometimes create cheesy things
Yeah.
for our kids to better understand, or just to kind of like get a grasp of things. We come up with cheesy names.
Yep.
We have a whole like chore system that has to do with our kids,
Yeah.
like Titus Tuesday and Sister Saturday. And
Yep.
we created a hot tub Tuesday because the kids always wanted to get in the hot tub.
Yep. And
But-
so we were
and
like,
I-
well, we need to know when we're turning it on.
yeah, sometimes we come up with these dumb phrases so that they have like a frame of reference about when we're doing it, how we're doing it, what's happening, and we came up with. And I say it's for the kids, but it's also really for us,
It's
right?
for us too. And even like with our meals, like we have
Oh yeah, we've
our
come
meals.
up with a whole system
so
about
Monday
meals.
is always
We call it-
normal.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like a protein. We always know it's going to be a protein, a starch, and a veggie, which is really what all the meals should be, right?
But just a simple way to try to start
Yeah.
the week out on a healthy note. We got-
Tuesdays are always
Taco
Tuesdays, and that
Tuesday.
actually is just Mexican food. So if we wanted to do enchiladas, if we wanted to do
Right.
something else related to that, Wednesday is always in the summer it's different, but
Summer's grill, and in the winter it's soup.
yeah. So summer it's something on the grill.
Thursday is like Asian inspired.
Asian inspired, whether that is Indian food or
Chinese,
some kind of
Japanese,
Chinese food. Yep.
whatever.
And then Friday's always pizza.
Which I've kind of branched out into my head to like Italian.
Oh,
So that you
I'm
can
learning this.
yeah. So if we get sick
Okay.
of pizza, we can do
Or like
other
spaghetti
Italian
would be like
spaghetti, right.
easy. Like something that it's Friday. We don't really want to
Saturday
think about
is a
anything.
busy day for us as far as like work gets done because of church on Sunday, and so
Yeah, which
we do
if you didn't know, so
sandwich
Saturdays-
Saturday or breakfast Saturday is kind of our jam.
Yep, breakfast for dinner. But Saturdays, I mean, if you don't know, if you're part of a pastor's house, if you have if you organize a church or involved in any way in the running of the Sunday service, then Saturdays are usually, I don't know if
Sermon.
this is the right way or the
Sermons.
healthy way, but it's typically, I mean, we're hosting a wedding essentially every Sunday. You're hosting a lot
Big
of people,
event,
a big
yeah.
event.
That's
and so
takes coordination and ritual, and yeah.
And so he's always doing sermon prep and stuff on
And
that
one of the
day.
reasons everybody's like, you got to do sermon prep earlier, and I probably should. But one of the reasons is because I don't know how to say this. I don't mean it in a negative way, but like people need you less on Saturdays because that's their fun day.
That's true.
Their fun day is so they're not thinking about like I need to talk to the pastor or I need him to pray for me or I want him to visit or something like that. It's like
Yeah.
they're like, hey, I want to enjoy my day off.
Yeah.
And so Saturdays is kind of a big block of time where I can
Yeah.
kind of just because when you write an essay or when you do something creative, when you
Right.
get started, it's nice to keep going. And so
Yeah, get in the flow.
all creative activity like that. And so everybody's
Unless-
like, you should do it earlier in the week, but earlier in the week people are living life, and life sometimes involves
Yeah.
Bible study or a hospital visit or whatever, going to somebody's baseball game. And so
And Friday night is like family night.
Friday night,
it's
family
fine.
night.
And then what was I going to say about the Saturday to when there's a wedding or when there's a funeral that happens on a Saturday, then we got to reconfigure stuff. It just gets a little more scrunched. But I didn't expect to take that conversation that way. Anyway, I was just sharing about our
So
meals.
we create themes.
Yes.
And the reason why that's helpful, we're creating traditions for a family, but the reason why that's helpful is it really removes a ton of decision making and
It does.
decision making fatigue. Whose chore day is it?
Yeah.
Who gets to sit in the front seat of the car that day? When you can limit the amount of meals from I could eat anything to I'm eating
This thing.
Italian food.
Yes.
Like it really just brings it from a million options to 5 options.
Yes.
So anyways, our summer plans.
Well, and that reminds me too, because part of our in here, we'll have to find a spot for it, but we wanted to start having the kids prepare the meals.
Yeah, since they're getting
plan
older.
and prepare because
Yeah.
they are older. And our youngest is, I mean, he's making scrambled eggs now, and he just learned how to make mac and cheese like from the box. So boiling the water and doing the butter, and anyway, so they're ready to start preparing their own meals.
Well, we have like a year and a half left before our oldest becomes an adult.
I don't want to talk about that.
But I just been
Right
thinking
now,
like,
so-
yeah, I got to help him acquire a couple more adult skills before he
Yeah.
moves into that stage.
Yeah. Yep. He makes good scrambled eggs. Pretty good.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
this summer.
This summer. So we have coined the term. We think. I don't know.
Just to help our kids get a frame.
Yes, we don't know if somebody else has already come up with this. We think we did. So we did not look. We did not look anywhere else. But we are calling this summer the
Summer of Stewardship.
Woo!
We're going to get some stuff in order.
Yes. What is a steward? What is
steward is like an old word for manager, and a manager is, I'm responsible for a thing, but I don't own the thing. You know what I mean? Like I'm responsible for it. I'm responsible for it being good or successful or being kept up.
Yeah.
And so we
tidied.
are stewarding our resources.
Yeah. Yes. And trying to, listen, it should be life stewardship, right? Like we should just be doing that. But we need, I need reasons to restart,
100%.
reasons to start something, because I am such a starter. I'm like, I can start this thing, even if it's the same.
You got to have a focus, right? You got to have a focus.
Yes.
I do that with like my New Year's resolutions. I think we talked about this in the past. Like 1 year I'll focus on, I think of spirit, mind, body. So it's like 1 year I'm going to focus on my spiritual relationship. 1 year I'm going to focus on my physical self. 1 year I'm going to focus on my mental, acquiring new skills, habits, and information. And so you just got to focus.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing everything, then you're doing everything either poorly or you're doing nothing, really, right? That
sounds like a great word of the year for you.
What?
Focus.
Focus. What should I focus? That's the thing about, if I know anything about words of the year, which I know nothing about, you can't find one for someone else.
I read a book on it, so I know.
Did they say you should find some for other people?
Well, since you won't find one for yourself, I think I can assign you a word of the year. I'm hearing focus. I think focus would be a great word for you. Anyway, speak of focus, let us get back to the Summer of Stewardship.
Summer of Stewardship.
We have 4 areas that we want to focus on for the summer. And we're going to start with the first one.
They all start with S's.
Yes.
Alliteration, similar letter.
Summer
Sometimes
of Stewardship.
Kind of just helps with getting the vision of what the thing is.
And I have...
Because memorable is portable.
Oh, gosh.
That's alliteration. You got a bowl at the end.
A bowl.
If you can, if you can take it with you, then it's easier to hold.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like that. So I have some recommendations, some things that have inspired me. Like might have some book recommendations and some things as we go through these, and you might too. But things that are kind of framing each area. So the first area starts with an S. Yeah. The first Summer of Stewardship focus is our space.
Space. That's the big one.
Our physical space.
We feel like we gotta get some of our house in order. Yeah. Literally.
So disclaimers galore. We moved into our house in 2020, like March 20th. So 2 days after the world shut down, we moved from I think it was like a 650, 700 square foot apartment, 2-bedroom, and family of 5. And then we moved.
Our 3 kids were in the big bedroom together. We were in the smaller kids' room together.
Yes.
And literally, I think we closed escrow March 1st, and we started remodeling the house. And then, kind of the world closes down on the 17th of March 2020, and we were able to move into our new space within a week.
Shout out to Jamie McIntyre for helping us.
Jamie McIntyre,
get that
realtor.
And so we moved in, and we wanted to, we just had to be in the space. And we discovered that there were hardwood floors under the carpet. So there was some stuff that needed to get done because we wanted those refinished. And so we lived in the garage for a while we got things painted and just livable. So we didn't redo the house or anything like that, but we got it livable. Yeah. And then we moved in. So there were some projects that have always been on the back burner, but it was COVID times. Yeah. So that's disclaimer number 1. There were some projects that we never got to. Okay. Second disclaimer is we had a leak. What is up with water? I don't know. Water.
A refrigerator ice maker leaked and ruined our entire kitchen.
Yes. Got it. Yep.
We had no idea. It was under the tile, over the linoleum. It ran all over the whole kitchen, up into the walls.
Yep. Well, because there was linoleum under the tile, and so it sat there, and then we just noticed one day, we were like, one of these tiles is squishy. So anyway, we were able to redo our whole kitchen. But you get it. I got it. We got it. 98% there. And there's like a backsplash that we want to put on. There is just some things. There's some trim that needs to be caulked and painted. And then our baseboards, it's a topic in our house because I was supposed to have those put back on, but I didn't.
Yeah.
And anyway, so those are going. We have to get the baseboards done.
So how we broke up our spaces? We broke up our spaces into individual spaces. We walked our property. We did front.
Yes.
I'm kind of a very linear, and so I was like
Our
front
very
yard,
large property.
very small property. Very linear. So it was like I started in the front yard, and I was like, here's all the stuff I want to do in the front yard: the entryway, the kitchen, the garage, the living room, each bedrooms, hallway, bathrooms, and just kind of made a list. And our list is about 160 things long.
Yeah. It's not that long, but it is.
I created
long.
a huge spreadsheet that's like,
you did.
Here's what we are going to do. Here's when we're going to do it.
For someone who is high I on the disc profile, which is very scientific, you sure got really detailed. You got into your high C, which is like conscientious. That's what I am. I'm very high detail.
Yeah. So anyways, I was like, here's what we're going to do it. Here's the materials we need. Do we have those on the deck? Do we need to buy them?
Yeah.
And then completed.
It was good. And then with the kids too. So then this is where where we have improvements to be made, is getting people inspired and excited to keep their spaces theirs and tidy.
When we told the kids about Summer of Stewardship, they cried.
We're not excited. Oh, my summer's ruined. Oh, summer's just meant
Tears.
for relaxing. And I'm like, what do we say? Dude, you got to live life. Yeah. So I don't know. I go back and forth. There's some things circulating around on social media where it's like, what's the one? Were your parents like this and you had to, it's summertime and you're up at the crack of dawn and you're doing this? And I'm like, yeah. And there's part of me that wants that for our kids. And there's also part of me that's, it is meant to be lounging around and just sleeping in and enjoying their summer. Our kids have only recently been sleeping in though. They're usually up pretty early.
Yeah. I have been staying up later with them playing Smash Brothers, Super Mario Smash Brothers.
Yeah, like really late.
Not that late.
I mean, to where they're sleeping in till like 9, which is just an ungodly hour to sleep in. But yes, so we want the kids to have
responsibility,
to take ownership. So if there's
ownership.
if you have any recommendations on how to get buy-in from our children to be excited, maybe we can, as my business coach Sarah Petty would say, we have to sell the destination. So what's the destination that we're trying to get them onboarded to? We'll figure it out.
So. I guess. Or we won't.
But either way,
because really you're just helping them build skills that you hope they learn later. It's like, it's Karate Kid. He wanted to learn karate, but he didn't know, and he was resentful of all the chores that he had to do.
Paint the fence.
Your kids are probably going to be, my kids are probably going to be resentful of all the chores we make them do.
Sure.
But in the future, hopefully they're like appreciative.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a destination you can sell. How do you sell them a destination when you're like, hey, you'll be 40 and you'll appreciate the amount of times I made you get off the screens and do some work.
Yeah. Maybe that's where it comes into like, oh, we can go on this trip if we do this thing, or we can have this reward. I don't know. There's something there.
The problem is, you know.
What's the problem?
You got to be willing to take it away if they don't.
Right.
And I want to go on the trip.
Right. Okay. So number one focus is space. And one of the books that I read many years ago, which she has since redacted some of her tips, but I still think the reason why this author has redacted that is because she wrote this book before she had kids. And then she was like, oh, it's actually really hard to keep the space tidy. So the book is The Life-Changing
Magic of Tidying
by
Up.
Marie Kondo. And it was great for me to read. It was really helpful.
Oh, yeah.
Going through.
I heard she's like all the way backtracked. She's like, I give up. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry I've subjected the world to these tidying up tips.
Well, it's still really
Hold
good.
an object and say, does this spark joy?
Does it spark joy? Or does it?
It is helpful, though.
You know, what helps me in that situation, if we're talking about decluttering,
is decluttering.
Was someone had said, hey, if dog poop were to get on it, would you wash it off?
Yeah.
Or would you just
That was
get
a
rid
great
of
tip.
it? I'm like, that's a great...
For all of us in America, have less, right? That's
Yeah.
a great lesson from it.
Yeah.
Have less.
Have less.
Have less.
Talk more. Sorry, I'm thinking of Hamilton. Smile less. No. Talk less. Smile more. God.
So close.
Dang it. Okay. All right. Number 2 focus is self.
Ourselves.
Summer of Stewardship. We're going to steward
Selves.
ourselves.
Yeah.
What comes to mind when you think of yourself? What are we stewarding as far as ourselves go?
Great question.
Is
Mostly
it our physical selves?
health,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Our meals, our food, what we're putting into our body.
Yeah. It's hard. I mean, the two kind of challenges that I have are you're home a lot more because I'm not at Chico State. Chico State is off for me for the summer.
Mm-hmm.
And my kids are home all day. And so how do we not graze? How do we just not eat? I see my kids wanting to eat every hour.
Right.
And it's
That's
always sugar. It's always carbs. It's never,
Yeah.
it's never a banana or something, So.
Yeah. Part of that's on us for keeping that stuff in the house. But also, it's like I want them to be able to
Self-controlled. Yeah.
steward themselves into going, hey, just because there's a bag of chips doesn't mean I have to eat the whole thing. So,
And then the other one
know.
for me in the summer that's really hard, and I think really is the source of even the eating, is hydration.
oh, yeah.
Like the more, I don't know how everyone else experienced dehydration, but the more dehydrated I am, the more carbs I want to eat.
Yeah. Why is that? Is it our body's like, is it like salt? Like we're like, because
Might be
salt,
salt.
retains water.
Yeah, that's I'm not a scientist, but that's the dumb story I've made up. I know that carbs hold on to water. And so I just wonder if there's a way in which our bodies are like, well, you're not giving me water. So the second best thing, I guess, is carbs. So I can hold on to more of the water that you actually have.
Yeah.
But I just, just the more dehydrated I am, the more junk I want to eat.
Yeah. No, that's,
My body does not register dehydration as thirst. It registers it as bowl of cereal or
yeah.
Slurpee.
I heard something recently too about California heat, like the dry heat compared to the humidity. Just that we need to, somebody who is moving here, gosh, I can't remember exactly, but they were saying, they were warned that California, drier heat, Arizona area, need to make sure that you're hydrated because you don't register when you're dehydrated.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, when I'm humid, I know I'm sweaty.
I know you're sweaty. You're like, oh yeah, I'm sweating this water out. I need to drink. So anyway, all right. So water.
So that's me. I think when I think about self in that way, obviously we're also trying to move our bodies more, and it's hard to do when it's 102 degrees outside.
No, why is it like that? It's like we get like 2 weeks. Although we had a longer stretch this year of spring, winter even.
One of our tips, especially for people with teenagers.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if this is true everywhere, but in our local Planet Fitness, teens can work out for free from like June 1st to like August or something. I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know the times, but it's Planet Fitness, definitely. Teens work out free all summer. Also,
So we're trying to do that as a family.
Yes.
About 3 nights a week. Mm-hmm. Monday.
Tonight's one of the nights.
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Mm-hmm. And so,
Yep.
yeah, we'll see.
Yeah. So that's part of stewarding ourselves.
Also, less screen time, which maybe is an S of the Summer of Stewardship, but part of the self is that
It should be its own focus.
left to their own devices, pun intended.
Yeah.
Our kids would get up in the morning and watch screens until night.
Yeah.
and so we
And with
we're
the
trying to
short-
monitor that. We're trying to put boundaries on that. We're trying to let them enjoy when they can, but also
Yeah.
in a healthy way.
And I love a good, just like introvert movie day. Like I've done it before,
She
more
does.
often than I like to admit.
She does love a good
I just love just
bed rot,
turning on the movies and you just
binge a season.
yeah, like there's something I don't know. Is it healthy? Probably not. I don't know.
In
But
moderation, right? Once a decade.
yeah,
Just
but
kidding.
it's good. I don't know. It's just fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think part of that comes from I know we've talked about working at the movie theater, but it's just there's something about summer and movies and
Yeah, the
like,
blockbusters,
it's just
yeah.
the time, and we've got a lot of really good movies coming out this summer, and so that's another thing. You can go to the movie theater where it's nice and cool. Go in there. I mean, shout out to Feather River Cinemas. We love Feather River Cinemas. We love our local cinemas, and can cool off and go and see people, and then you can leave and go home. And you feel like you're doing something there.
It's an event.
You know, you're not bedriding. You're not just watching your TV. You're like, oh, okay, I'm
It's
getting
an
up,
experience.
getting
Yeah.
out.
Less. It's not bringing more stuff into your house.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, so that's
So-
what I think of when I think of self.
Think of
What about you?
ourself.
Did you want to add to that? Screens, hydration for me.
Yeah, I don't-
not snacking all day.
I think self too is I think of self-help. I listen to a lot. I mean, this might fall into the next one. I think it's more of the self though, like my mental health, my, physical and mental
Yeah.
health. And I listen to a lot of podcasts while I'm walking. So for me, it's like if I can combine the two,
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to be efficient and productive. And I think it's just the curse of being high achiever is also in my top strengths, James.
I mean, it is.
So,
What moon sign were you born under?
Oh my God. Anyway, and so when I can be like, oh, I listened to this episode while I was walking, I can feel accomplished instead of not. Although it is sometimes really nice just to walk in silence. I know that's that too much for people, but I do just like to take my headphones out and just listen to the world around me. That's really good too.
Yeah, that's good. You should see the podcast hosts that she listens to.
Listen, it's just the one. Okay. And now I'm starting to
Handsome,
listen.
bro.
I'm starting to listen more to Trevor Noah's podcast as well, but I do really enjoy Stephen Bartlett's podcast,
Yeah.
Diary of a CEO.
Just
it's
a
great.
handsome, ripped British guy.
I don't watch them. I listen. I listen while I walk.
I give her a bad time about it.
I know, but I do enjoy in that same vein. Mel Robbins' podcast is great. She has tons of experts on that. I like to feel like I'm learning something as I'm exercising.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's
Yeah.
just constantly learning.
Love it.
And then I'm moving my body, so it feels like I'm doing something.
Great.
So that's what I think of when I think of self.
What's another S for Summer of Stewardship that you want to focus on? What's another area of focus?
I don't know.
Oh, didn't you have other? We did.
We did two.
We did
I got
space.
two more.
Yeah, I was
Space,
self. moving the conversation along.
Oh, okay.
Space.
I was
self.
What are you thinking of?
I was just
What other S
progressing.
word are you wanting to focus on, Jaymes?
I'm blushing.
Yeah. See, and if people that are watching this, they wouldn't see you blushing if they were just listening.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Anyway, so the third focus
Yeah.
is soul or spirit.
Oh yeah, solar spirit.
Solar spirit.
Theologically, not the same thing, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, maybe that's the other S then. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, explain a little bit about that theologically.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
Okay, then soul.
Soul is, it comes from the Hebrew nephesh or the Greek pneuma.
How do you just pull that out of your brain?
It's my area of expertise. Everybody has one, and
That's just really cool.
It doesn't mean our old kind of Bugs Bunny Disney cartoons. Like the soul is like the little spirit ghost that's hovering underneath your flesh or whatever. Soul really has this biblical concept of a whole person, and so.
So maybe the soul is more of the umbrella. over all of it?
Yeah.
So should we change
And there
it to
are some.
spirit?
There are some. Well, so spirit.
Okay.
Oh, do you really want to get into this?
I don't know. We have to go
Some
home and get the
older,
kids.
some older models of how the human is made up. Of how we are made up is that we are spirit,
Okay.
body,
Okay.
soul, not mind, soul.
Okay.
And so spirit is the part of us humans that connects with the divine.
Okay.
That is not ours. That is given to us by the divine in our kind of worldview. You know, it's the
So I think that's good. So I think spirit then fits
spirit's
better
the better,
than
right?
soul.
So how do we like cultivate that spiritual
Right.
connection, spiritual relationship?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that explanation.
You don't need to know all that, but yeah.
Well, I'm super interested in. I think, and I've heard it before.
We
It's
call
just
it the tripartite human. There's three parts to us.
what I immediately thought of was Harry Potter. And
Makes
and
sense.
the cloak of invisibility and the sorcerer's
Harry Potter and the
stone. Or no, it's not the
tripartite
sorcerer.
human
What
self.
stone is it? The stone of
Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone?
yeah. No, I'm
Resurrection Stone. I don't know.
Resurrection Stone.
I have no idea.
I don't know. And then the wand.
I don't watch those either. I don't know about those.
Anyway. So that's what I thought of when you said
Yeah.
the three. So
Spirit.
Spirit.
How are we going to focus? How are we going to? I mean, that feels like the one we haven't
Yeah.
fleshed out as much. Obviously,
Right.
we focused on the areas of our house. We also focused on the studio. We also focused on the church.
Right.
We got this idea for, our selves. We're going to try to
Mm-hmm.
hydrate. We're going to, so we don't dehydrate. We're going to try to work out. We're
Like-
going to try to whatever.
Yes.
What
I
about
think-
spiritual self?
Well, I think for me, and just personally in our own house,
Yeah.
our space, I am going to lean into the prayer closet more. Which I know that's weird. It is weird. We have a prayer closet in
got
our
a prayer
house.
closet.
It used to be
Couple-
our linen closet, and then James took everything out, and
Remember
there's still not a spot for that stuff. But we have a lovely little prayer closet.
the life-giving magic of tidying up?
Yeah.
We got to have less stuff.
Get rid of all the sheets.
How many sheets do you need?
I mean, really, just one
One?
set. That's true. I mean, you only need one set.
So we created a prayer closet for a couple different reasons. One, just like in our faith system, in our scripture, Jesus says, when you pray, go into your closet.
Mm-hmm.
Two, I prayed like most people prayed, like on my pillow or in the shower or in the car. And I felt like my kids didn't see me doing it regularly. And so I felt like I wanted to kind of create a physical expression of that so they could see it.
Yeah. Or not like see you praying, but just know that you.
I spend time doing it. Yeah, I spend time doing it.
And we have these like incense that you've collected, or I don't know where you ordered them, but I always know when James is in there because he lights the incense, and I can smell him throughout the house. So I'm like, oh, James is in the prayer closet.
And then also for my own self, that like I have a physical location to measure my own life of meditation and prayer of like, well, when my prayer closet's dusty,
Yeah.
it's also a space for me to have like,
Yeah, when it's dusty, it's like you haven't been in there for a while.
I listened to this old monk on YouTube who lives in the desert, the Skeet Desert in Egypt. And he was like, have a picture of Jesus somewhere and make that the place where you pray. And I was like, he's like, it could be anywhere, corner of the room. It could be on the side of your bed. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh, that's good. That's just really helpful. And so,
Yeah.
we did. Yeah.
I love that.
So yeah, you're going to try to use that more often as you're yawning.
Gosh, I'm not even praying and I'm yawning. Gosh, imagine what's going to happen when I start to pray.
So I don't need a whole room in my house for linen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We just moved it. Yeah. We have baskets now. So there's baskets in the bedroom and the linen is in the baskets that close. So,
My linen needs a room in the house? I don't think so.
okay.
I don't
Well,
think so.
yeah.
Towels? Nah.
Well,
Anyways.
so some of the books that have helped with my own spirit,
Yeah.
besides the Bible,
Hey. Shout out.
books, well, the Bible is a conglomeration of
It's a library.
collection of books.
It's a
right?
library, yeah.
So, what books of the Bible would you recommend for someone who would, I don't know, for
Yeah.
this summer, like something that can keep people motivated? Because I don't know if reading through Judges in the summer is going to keep you motivated,
Yeah.
or Numbers. Like, gosh, put me to sleep.
I don't do this regularly, but I did just read through the whole Bible during the season leading up to Easter.
Yeah,
It's
during
27 chapters a day for 43 days.
That's wild. You did that.
It's
You've
a
done that before, though,
lot.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some way smaller books that someone
Yeah,
can
ones that would
access.
keep. I mean, for me, what would you recommend? Even for me, it's like a smaller book that, I can go. Oh, I finished a book of the Bible.
Yeah,
and
if you
keep me
wanted-
motivated.
I think if you wanted a gospel, 16 chapters, smallest gospel of Mark. And one of the reasons that I love it for summer is that one of the big themes is wilderness and road.
Ooh.
And so you got this dry, barren wilderness.
Yeah.
The eremos in the Greek is there's always people going out into the wilderness or the deserted places. Feels very deserty to me.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of an action movie in that it's a shorter story. And so Mark's favorite word is so you got the summer blockbuster idea of where it's like the story's less important than the action. And so Mark's favorite word is euthus, which is immediately. And so people will be doing something and then immediately something else happened and immediately something else is happening. And so it's less of this giant cohesive story and more of like a collection of stories with a wilderness theme, with a journeying road adventure theme.
Okay.
And so I like Mark, 16 chapters. You can read that in an hour.
Okay.
Another verse that we just used on Sunday, but as we're thinking of ourselves, you got this 1 Timothy 4 passage of training, practice, and it has to do with spiritual training. And so he says, and it's the word hymnazo, like gymnasium. We get our word gymnasium from there.
Interesting.
And so he says physical training is of some value, but spiritual training or training in godliness is valuable always and everywhere.
So
and
good.
so just being thoughtful about being intentional and purposeful about our spiritual lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because sometimes we're not.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know you can speak into that too. Why are not people intentional about their spiritual lives?
Well, because I've yawned twice in talking about it. I think just it for me, it always seems like something that I will do later. I'll do
it later.
I'll do that later, or even not having a physical place to go. If we didn't have a physical place to go, I just remember being like, oh well, I'll just pray, which you can.
You can do it anywhere.
You can do it anywhere, but because there's such a big option.
Sometimes
I don't.
It's the same with meals. I said earlier, right? When
there's so many options, it's hard to actually.
you could
make a
pray
decision.
anywhere, you often pray nowhere.
Yeah. Car is a great spot to pray, though.
It is.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, if you before you go into work, or if you're waiting for somebody in the grocery store, it's okay, it's contained.
Yeah.
If you don't have a prayer closet, if you like your linens, then
We are reading in our congregation this book called Practice the Way. And he does have this great line that's if you can't pay attention, you can't pray. Mm-hmm. And so praying in the car is great. Worshiping in the car is great. I do that as well. But also my attention is divided.
Yeah. What is the we have a necklace in our prayer closet that has little it's not beads, but it's
Knots.
It's knots.
Yeah.
And I use that because it starts at the cross, and then I'll pray first one specific thing, and then I'll move my hands to the next knot. And I know that I'm done praying when I've gone all the way around the necklace and I get to the cross again. And that's such for me when I don't know what to pray about, or I don't how long am I supposed to pray? If sometimes I'm just not be able to focus. I have that tangible piece that I'm holding, and I'm like, oh, okay, and I'm going to say this thing. Sometimes it's just one sentence.
Yeah.
Go all the way around. And
that was made by a monk in an island off of Greece called Mount Athos. And so.
Where did you get that? Did you order that special? I forget. Yeah, same with your icons.
From the monks.
Or our icons, I guess.
Yeah, and the incense. And yeah.
Yeah, so.
Not to be too weird for y'all.
I know. It's weird. But, Christianity
it's nice sometimes to
weird.
have embodied prayer.
It is.
Because, again, just to help me be centered.
And we're about traditions and rituals in our family life, and so it just makes
I
sense.
need them. I didn't grow up
yeah.
in a faith community. I need the
I
boundaries.
did, and I still need them.
I need the boundaries. It's nice to have boundaries. It's nice to have practices. They're
Yeah.
not, none of it is essential, but it is helpful.
Well, even think about in the Catholic Church, like confession. There's a place that you go.
Yeah.
You go into. That, I mean, I don't know. I am not Catholic. I don't know enough about it. But there's a space. There's a place that you go to do that.
You don't have to do that for people to be forgiven.
Yeah.
But it is helpful when there is a time and a place and a space.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the books that I like to do, if you're like, oh, I don't know if I could read the Bible right now or any of those books. I like Barbara Brown Taylor. She has a book called An Altar in the World. She actually it's a series. Actually, I think there's a fourth one now. I just read her fourth book. But An Altar in the World is a great one to start with if you are even just exploring your faith or kind of like breaking it down or have questions, have a hard time reconciling the world with your own personal experience with God. An Altar in the World is a fantastic book for that one. And the book of the Bible that I would recommend at a very specific time of the day, between 2 and 3 o'clock
a.m.
p.m. The book of Ecclesiastes. You will feel like somebody gets you, because that noonday, that 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock on a summer day is like, I'm not motivated for anything in life.
Right.
Are any of us?
Your noonday demons.
Noonday demon. It's acedia. It's what are all the terms? It's just like the dark night of the soul. Yeah. I don't feel motivated for anything. So Ecclesiastes, you'll match the energy of that book.
Erin loves it. The monks called it the noonday demon, but that's because they got up at the crack of dawn.
Oh.
For most of us, we know it as like the 2 o'clock slump, right?
There was
Where we got to go get some coffee, the last cup of coffee. Yeah. It's just a hard
midday slump.
That mid afternoon, especially when it's 103 degrees outside.
So hard. But yeah, okay, so spirit.
So that's spirit. Yeah.
Yeah. So last one that I kind of added because it's something that we have adopted as a value, or just identified, not adopted, but identified as a value in our life is our social.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't come up with another S like alliteration, so I said situation. Our social situation.
Yeah.
And so we, like I said, we host, multiple. You host, you do all the work for that, but Bible studies and
we have a group of young folks that come over on Thursdays.
Yeah.
We have friends come over on Tuesdays, kind of a standing invitation.
Yeah.
Wednesday, I go to a different group at somebody else's house.
But I think we've talked about maybe having a couple more, just making our house more open to, like, we have a pool. We didn't set out to.
Was not a goal.
In 2020, when we bought the house, we weren't looking for a house that had a pool. In fact, that almost was a deterrent for us to buy it, because we were like, pools are a lot of work. Anyone that we talked to growing up who had a pool was like, never get a house with a pool. So we were like, I don't know, we can do this.
I was a pool boy as a teen.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work.
So we have a pool.
A lot of money.
Huh?
Yeah. It's a lot of work, a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So yeah, we try to make that space available, hospitality.
Mm-hmm. And just for me being more, I think this is something I might talk about more in depth later, whether it's on my own social media accounts or something, but learning about myself more. I like to think of myself as an introvert.
Yeah.
And by introvert, how I understand it is where you get your energy. So don't say it's woo. Introvert, extrovert. You are very extroverted. You get energy from being around people. Now, we all have little elements, right? Like, I can seem like an extrovert when I'm one-on-one or with a smaller group of people. But that's the thing. As I go back and forth, I'm like, quit laughing at me. So
here's what you need to know. If you want to know my wife, one of the things you need to know about her in a nutshell.
Help, I'm in a
is she loves these like personality tests.
I do.
And like gifts tests and like strengths tests.
Assessments.
But she also
Don't say it.
does not want to be boxed in by one of them, and she doesn't like to be, she wants to be unique, and she is unique, but she
Listen,
wants to be
yes.
unique,
Sure.
and so it is very hard for her to be one of the strengths or one of the numbers or one
I'm
of the
always
personalities.
exception. I'm always the outlier.
So most people are introverted or extroverted, but not
I'm an omnivert.
her. She's both. So here's the tension that I live in.
I'm maturing. I'm not.
The tension I live in is that these tests are very important, and also she never fits into one of the boxes perfectly.
Well, don't we all want to feel unique, right? Like that's
No,
the thing.
I fit into the boxes perfectly. And whatever I'm like, I'm whatever. If I take a test, I'll be like, I'm this, and she'll be like, are you though? Because I think that maybe you, and I'm like, okay.
They're fun. They're fun. I mean, it starts conversation for sure.
So I'm like, I don't know if the tests are real, but if they are, I'm this. And she's like, these tests are definitely real, but I'm a couple of them. And that's the tension in our house around these
Fun.
conversations.
Anyway, well, introvert, extrovert.
So she
I feel like is
extrovert,
very.
I'm extroverted.
Yeah.
I get my energy by being with and around people.
Yes, and I do get energy from that too, but smaller groups.
But also,
There's just
I get it
always
from
this
being
little-
with people. I get it from being without people. I'm just full of
lean
energy.
I lean more towards
Level 9,000.
like today. I'm exhausted. This is episode number 3 that we've recorded today. This is the 3rd interview, and I'm gonna go home and I won't be able to do anything else.
Yeah.
Like for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
I shouldn't tell myself that story but I need to do something that doesn't involve my brain.
Yeah.
So that's why exercising later tonight will be good when we go to Planet Fitness, and then which we are doing Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. We're recording this on a Monday, by the way. But yeah. So I forget where I was even. Oh, social situation.
We're opening our house, more hospitality, more.
So getting back, I'm reeling it in. What I was going to say about how I could go into more in depth in this is that I used to, again, back to introvert, but I have become more of an extrovert. I've trained myself to be more, like I've learned that to have relationships,
Yeah.
I gotta talk to people.
Yeah.
I gotta be around people.
Yeah.
I gotta put up with people.
Yeah.
And the more, what I'm learning is the more that I'm around people, the more I can let stuff kind of slide.
Yeah.
Especially those little weird interactions where someone might say something, you're like, oh, that was, I don't take as much of offense anymore. Like, does that track? Is your sociology brain like, the more exposure I have to
100%.
more different groups and larger groups of people, the more practice I have.
Yeah, it comes from like I've been thinking that's been really impactful for me the last couple of years, and it comes from that like saying in the psychological world of like you can't selectively numb.
Oh,
Right. So like if you try to numb discomfort, you're also going to numb joy. Like you can't. But where that comes out in this situation is that when you minimize annoyances, so if you spend a lot of time trying to minimize the annoyances in your life by getting rid of them or cutting them out, you're not actually making yourself less annoyed. You're making yourself get annoyed more easily.
yes.
And so
Oh,
people
that's
are
so
always
good.
like, I need boundaries and I'm trying to minimize the annoyances or whatever. And it's like, you're actually letting yourself get like triggered more often.
Yeah. Yeah.
You become less annoyed by weathering annoyances, by like suffering through them and learning to manage them and learning to not.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know if it's how.
That's also reminding me of like, even with germs,
Right.
I'm thinking about people who are hyper. I mean, and yes, let's wash our hands. Let's be hygienic.
Let's be thoughtful.
Thoughtful.
If we're throwing up or diarrhea or
Yes.
fever, don't be hanging out, right?
Right. Like, let's not intentionally be spreading
right.
Sickness. But like when I think about,
Right.
like when Titus, when our oldest was little, he was actually, this is a little fun fact, he was on an episode of America's Funniest Home Videos for a clip of him in Seattle when we were out there, and he was playing in the dirt, and he threw this shovel up in the air, and he looked it up, and the dirt just fell all in his eyes, his nose, his mouth, and he was like grinding it. And he was on America's Funniest Home Videos for that clip. But I think about dirt, like getting exposure to more germs,
Right. The people who try to isolate themselves away from germs
Sure.
can get sicker because they haven't built the immunities and the antibodies to weather off. So even like small colds become big.
Yeah.
As we're around people a lot, I just feel like, I'm probably going to be sick sometimes.
Right.
But I've also, that's the price you pay for being in community.
Yes, and that's it too. And then, if I'm sticking on this for a second, like there's certain things that we wouldn't do. Like even as I'm thinking about Titus or any of our kids running into the street, like I would not let them run into the street because that's not a lesson I need them to learn. I don't want them to learn to get hit by a car.
Right.
That is not a lesson I am willing to have them learn. So that when I think about, even just someone who might have a very strong, like very contagious disease, may not want them to be exposed to that. Anyway, did not know this conversation was going to go there, but
bringing it all the way back.
Bringing it back around.
Minimizing annoyances actually makes you a more annoyed person.
Yeah.
Or not, or isolated, or just extremely isolated. But actually learning to, the kind of the old biblical word is like long suffering and forbearance. Learning to bear up under annoyance, or learning to, that's what patient used to be, right? Long suffering. Learning to suffer for a long time. That's actually the virtue. That's the skill. It's not cutting things out that are annoying. It's learning to be present and have fun in the midst of things that used to be annoying but aren't as annoying anymore.
We just interviewed a podcast guest that's coming out in the next couple weeks. And one of the things this guest said was suffering actually creates joy and fulfillment and happiness.
Stress inoculation, right? Inoculation is like, is like a
intentional
vaccine.
Like okay. Yeah.
To be inoculated. Yeah. And so you're intentionally embracing stressful situations so that way you can actually go through actual stressful situations.
Yeah. I was actually just recently on a Mel Robbins podcast. She interviewed someone about friendship and about adult friendships, and how it said something very similar just to what you were saying about how we need to surround ourselves with people, because if we don't, then those annoyances are going to be more. It's just hurting us.
Every bit of science and every bit of spirituality all come together and say that the most fulfilling life is one full of people.
Yeah.
What's that phrase going around though, right? Like inconvenience is the price of community.
Oh yeah.
But also annoyance.
I just choked on my own spit.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But also like, because I got so excited immediately. No, I was thinking about, gosh, I just lost it. What did you just say?
Inconvenience is the price of community.
Yes, and
annoyance.
Inconvenience is the price of community.
Spirituality and science come together and say that the most fulfilling life is one full of people.
Yes. Man, I had something so good, and then it left me. Maybe.
See, I'm annoyed right now, but... I'm just kidding.
Anyway.
Just kidding.
Oh, gosh. Well, goodness. If I hadn't choked on my spit, it would throw me off.
The summer of... spit.
The summer of spit.
So yeah, those are our kind of 4 S's, right?
But what I do have, and here's some maybe just a good resource for that type of situation. One of the resources, one of the books that I read, if you are an introvert, I would recommend the book Quiet by Suzanne Cain. Suzanne or Susan Cain. I don't really know if it's Susan or Suzanne. I think it's Susan. You can read that book, and it kind of just reaffirms that you are special and unique. But also, it's important to be immersed in community. And the second book I was going to recommend is The Art of Gathering.
Art of Gathering.
And it is so good because one of the things that I've learned with hosting and just being more around people is that I have to feel like I have some sort of control. And I think our kids too, where it's like, they're like, do I have to be out here for this time? Do I have to stay? I have to talk to this person. And so we talk with them and we're like, hey, if you need a break, like you can go in your room, you can say, hey, this is off limits, so
Right.
that they have a safe space to go when
Right.
there's a lot of people around all the time.
Right.
But for the Art of Gathering, one of the things Priya talks about is how she, like, there's a layout, there's a structure. And so like with our weekly gathering, we're like, it starts at 6:30, it ends at this time at 8:30.
8:30.
And I have to, that's been really helpful for me. And sometimes, they're more like guidelines. So if there's a conversation happening and we can feel, or like James is really talking with somebody, I don't feel bad at excusing myself and being like, all right, guys, I'm going to bed. Like, love you. Bye.
Yeah.
The other person that I think about is one of our good friends hosted a birthday party. And I love what she had. Like, she had this sign on the door that was like, hey, party's right here. You're welcome to participate in any of these activities, but you have to go home at this time because this is my bedtime. And I was like, that's so helpful for me. And it lays out boundaries, it builds respect and builds trust. And so, yeah, I've been talking.
Clear is.
To be clear is to be kind, as Brene Brown would say.
To be clear,
So,
clarity is kindness.
yeah, and so the Art of Gathering is good. And even if you're having trouble like coming up with a structure for, can I share one of my pet peeves?
I don't know.
Yeah. So one of my pet peeves with gatherings, and I'm sorry if you've hosted one of these things, know that I was judging you. No, I'm just, you're supposed to laugh. Okay.
I did.
Okay,
See?
you're smiling. But no, one of my pet peeves is like with birthday party, for example. When there's nothing planned. And I know a lot of people think, oh, well, the event is the cake and it's the party.
Yeah. That's why I'm there. Cake.
You're there for the cake and the party.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes, and again, this might be just me, but I think with your sociology, people need stuff to do. I need something like, because me as an introvert, I don't want to show up to a party and just stare at you.
Yeah.
Like, I might not want to talk to you. I might not know you.
Yeah.
And unless there's an extrovert who's willing to come up or leave the people that they do know to come up and talk to me,
Yeah.
then I'm going to feel really awkward.
Yeah.
And so when there is something, this is one of the things she talks about in the book, is if there is some sort of activity that can be going on. So I always try to have, when I'm hosting a party or something, like stickers on the table or like a little word search or something, a little scavenger hunt that doesn't require a group, something that people can be doing in the background.
Yeah.
And then there might be some group game
Yeah.
that you do. Yeah. And then there might also be, of course, the cake and whatever. Now, for like friends and people that you see each other all the time, you don't necessarily need to do something like that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, because you feel more comfortable with each other, you can talk.
Right. You don't need the social lubricant.
Yeah. But that's church. That's Sunday. Like, we have an order of worship. There's an order. That's the gathering. We're gathering weekly, and there's a layout. It helps people know what to expect.
That's right. Everybody has that. Every group. That's it.
Yeah.
Love it.
You're like, I'm done. I'm done. Dude, for the social situation part, you sure are pretty quiet.
We're doing great. We're doing much better than we have in the past about being hospitable.
I've worked really hard on trying to.
And we're trying to, plan a couple getaways with friends and, kind of open that up. And
Yeah.
pretty exciting. It's a good summer. We're going to go camping with a bunch of people this summer.
Yeah.
We got a trip this week to Santa Cruz, a work trip, but we're still going to do stuff together. Yeah.
But see, even again, I will say with camping, here's the thing with me. And I did talk to the person who's in charge. And again, I want to facilitate some sort of event because again, I'm like, I maybe it's not an introvert thing. Maybe it is going back to that podcast walking thing. Like I have to feel accomplished. And this is probably something I could grow on this summer is just being, right? Just sitting and being with people. But to me, at least for now, I like knowing that I have something to do.
Yeah.
Right. So, I will be in charge of planning a couple, just maybe like one thing for
That's awesome.
a group activity. So yeah,
Summer of Stewardship.
That's our Summer of Stewardship. Let's
Quadruple
recap.
S.
Space,
Self. Spirit. Social group.
Yeah, great. I love it. That's our
Social
summer.
space. That's it. So that's what we're doing.
Would love to hear if you have anything planned for the summer. Do you?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Big projects at home?
Do you have big projects? Are you reassessing kind of your goals?
Loaning out your tools.
Your what?
Are they loaning out your tools?
Oh, yeah, loaning out your yard.
You have a
tools.
scissor lift I could borrow.
Scissor
You know,
lift,
stuff like that. Just stuff like that.
That'd be great. That'd be fantastic. I love it. Awesome. Well, thanks, James, for jumping on here.
Absolutely. Happy to share with
And
the
for
community.
producing. This is the guy that produces the podcast.
Clicks
live,
the ones
like,
and the twos.
in real time as we record it. And so grateful for you. Thank you for having.
Is there any? Yeah. Oh, so for what?
Thank you for having a heart of gold.
Thank you for having a heart of gold.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Dun, 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 dun. Bye.
Bye.
Yes.
Yeah. So
5, 4.
I had just said Harry Potter
3,
marathon.
2.
Thank you. I'm so glad that we don't have to re-record. Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.